his training camps were the stuff of legend. I mean, he would spar 100 rounds a week sometimes, which is just insane.
Yeah. So who do you like in Canelo versus Crawford?
Well, I'm a giant Crawford fan because I think he's the best switch hitter since Marvin Hagler. I also think he's one of those guys that if you tell him he can't do something, he wants to show you and shock the world.
1,000%.
Joe Rogan weighed in on Terence Crawford's intense preparation for his fight with Canelo Alvarez. He praised Crawford's rare ability to switch stances and adapt mid-fight, saying those skills could help neutralize Canelo's power and experience, even with the size gap. Still, Rogan warned that Crawford must have enough strength to absorb Canelo's heavy punches, or he could get overpowered.
Crawford's about to fight.
Yes, he's going to fight Canelo.
Oh, man.
I just hope he's big enough. I hope he's big enough to keep that dude off him because Canelo hits so hard, man.
That's one dude that, like, I believe all the shit he be talking.
Crawford? Yeah. Oh, he's good.
He don't just be saying shit.
They tried to say that, like, Errol Spence was damaged because of what Crawford did to him because he was damaged from the car accident. I'm like, maybe. Or maybe Crawford would have done that 3 years ago. I think he's that good. He's just so skillful. He's so slick. And when he gets, and he's also the best guy in the sport at switch hitting. He'll go from southpaw to orthodox and be just as good and trip you up. Like you think he's going to start southpaw, he starts orthodox. You prepare for orthodox, he's fighting southpaw. He feels like he's got you timed better orthodox, he'll switch it up.
Joe Rogan made it clear he's backing Terence Crawford in the blockbuster fight against Canelo Alvarez. Speaking with Jim Lampley on his podcast, Rogan didn't hesitate when asked who he's rooting for, simply saying Crawford. He explained that he's a huge fan, calling Crawford the best switch hitter since Marvin Hagler, and pointing out that Canelo seems to be slowing down. Rogan praised Crawford's sharp footwork, adaptability, and fight IQ, while still acknowledging the serious size and power advantage Canelo will have.
Which I think is really interesting. The Crawford-Canelo fight.
Beyond interesting. Fascinating.
Because how does Crawford compete with that size? Crawford is leapfrog. He goes to super middleweight.
47 to 54 and now to 68.
And the Madrimov fight in 54 is a difficult fight.
Yeah. So who do you like in Canelo versus Crawford?
Well, I'm a giant Crawford fan because I think he's the best switch hitter since Marvin Hagler. I also think he's one of those guys that if you tell him he can't do something, he wants to show you and shock the world.
1,000%.
I also think Canelo is slowing down, and Canelo is more of a one-punch fighter now than the combination fighter he was when he was young. He uses strength and conditioning. There's very few fighters that just train using skill, just train skills. Like George St. Pierre did that for a certain period of his career.
I wonder if there's anybody left in boxing who trains just using the gym skills. There were a lot of them when I was first involved in the sport who would never have touched a weight.
Right.
You know, they subscribed totally to the notion that was negative.
Right. And the worst case, I mean, they definitely did calisthenics, but that was it. It was just body weight exercises, you know, which brings us to Crawford, which I think is really interesting. The Crawford-Canelo fight.
Beyond interesting. Fascinating.
Fascinating. Because how does Crawford compete with that size? And, you know, we have to recognize, okay, well, when Canelo fought Floyd, it was 152 pounds, right? So he had dropped down, which was a struggle for him, which is why Floyd was so brilliant in getting him to go down to 152, because he knew he would be drained.
Was it 52 or 54?
Rogan also urged Crawford to approach the fight carefully, stressing the danger posed by Canelo's size and punching power. He called it one of the biggest bouts in boxing today and said he wouldn't miss it. During the podcast, Rogan even mixed in a conversation about cartel drug runners while analyzing the matchup, adding an unexpected twist to his fight breakdown.
When you look at the elite of the elite boxers, to a man, to every one of them, they're disciplined. Yeah. And they stay focused. I'm so excited to see this fight with Canelo Alvarez because I think the Saudi Arabians have so much money. They're throwing so much money at boxing. And the guy who's the head of boxing over there wants to make that fight happen. I think Terence Crawford, forget about the 3 weight classes. I think he could beat Canelo.
I think he can too.
On the Joe Rogan Experience, Terence Crawford looked back on his 2023 victory over Errol Spence Jr., crediting his win to relentless preparation. Everything you saw on fight night, we practiced over and over, he told Rogan, explaining that repetition was the key to his flawless performance. Addressing worries about Canelo's size, Crawford shrugged them off, saying, "He might be bigger than me, but bigger doesn't mean stronger."
Actually, practicing it, that was something that when I had the cast on, I was like, man, I love the gym so much. I'm like, man, I'm not leaving the gym. Like, I'm going practice with this left. And that's when I got the left stronger, because at first, when I go southpaw, it was only, my right. And then when my hand got messed up, just started working on the left, and it started getting stronger and stronger. And I started getting more accurate, because at first, just throw it just to be throwing it. And then, it just got to a point where my left was actually way stronger than my right.
Teddy Atlas views the Canelo versus Crawford matchup as a battle of size against speed. He notes that Canelo has the power and the home ring advantages, while Crawford could win with his agility and sharp fight IQ. Drawing a parallel to Pacquiao's upset over De La Hoya, Atlas praised Crawford's instincts, timing, and elusive style. Even though Canelo has dominated at heavier weights, Atlas believes Crawford's special mix of skill, adaptability, and intangibles could be enough to overcome the physical gap.
He's a little overrated.
Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds.
Canelo's really good. Really good. But I think Crawford is special. I know he hasn't fought the resume everyone wants, but you have that or you don't have that ingredient. I think he has it. Canelo's really good. He's tremendous. But could he be a tiny bit overrated? The greatness is within Crawford. It's in his desire. It's in his mind. It's in his makeup, where he came from. I know he's moving up in weight class. Can he carry it? But those intangibles, I believe that he has them.
In training for his super middleweight showdown with Canelo Alvarez, Terence Crawford has revealed a striking physical transformation. After fighting at 154 pounds, he's bulked up to around 185 pounds, with earlier footage showing him close to cruiserweight size. Even with the added muscle, he's stayed lean and defined, a testament to strict training and conditioning. Still, not everyone is sold. Strength coach Rob Austa cautions that jumping from 154 to 168 and beyond so quickly could hurt Crawford's speed and stamina when up against Canelo's elite power.
On size, Crawford coming in the ring, and Crawford doing everything he can to match Canelo's power, possibly size, and to, at a minimum, try to just maintain what speed he already possesses. Because, when you go up in weight, sometimes you compromise speed. So we know Crawford and his team are doing everything they can to, at a minimum, maintain his speed. But the question came up, okay, since Crawford is looking to come in the ring fast, powerful, we know he's already brilliant. Shit, what if Canelo comes in lighter? I'm like, lighter? Like, yeah, what happens if Canelo says, you know what, I'm not going to try to come and just outweigh him by 20 pounds on fight night, because I realize I'm in it with somebody who's very agile and who's probably going to be faster than me. And although I have timing, he has timing too. So I can't afford to be 2 or 3 steps behind Terence Crawford in my speed.
Boxing coach Greg Hackett doubts Terence Crawford can knock out Canelo Alvarez in a 12-round fight. He says Canelo is too tough to go down easily, and Crawford doesn't have the kind of one-punch power or the willingness to trade heavy shots that would be needed. Instead, Hackett predicts a technical showcase from Crawford, focused on skill over brawling. In his view, only the old 15-round format might give Crawford the time and stamina to wear Canelo down for a KO. Meanwhile, tensions are heating up. Canelo jabbed at Crawford, saying he'd find out what happens when a good fighter moves up against a great one. Crawford fired back, so that means you're a good fighter and Dimitri Bivol is a great fighter, right? Every time you stepped up, you lost. It was a bold reminder of Canelo's defeat to Bivol.
How do you feel like he will do going against somebody like a Canelo at 168?
I think Bud, man, one thing I love about Bud, he willing to challenge himself. And when you're willing to challenge yourself, you can surprise yourself. But that's a hell of a feeling. I think, to be honest, you don't want to sit there and brawl with Canelo, but at some point you're gonna have to fight him. You know what I'm saying? You can't let Canelo press you. You know what I'm saying? Because he great at that, and he a bully. He is a bully. But Bud, I believe, got bully tendencies too. You know what I'm saying? And he could be crafty. But I think if he approached it the way he approached Spence, then we get a way better fight than people think. Now, what I saw when he approached Spence was, I can't make a mistake. I can't let him do too much. I can't let him be a bully. I think if he go at Canelo the same way, then we get a great fight on our hands. Not that I'm sorry. I'm not saying he's gonna be that dominant, but I'm just saying I think we get a great fight on our hands.
Andre Ward, the former two-division world champion, gave a strong vote of confidence to Terence Crawford ahead of his clash with Canelo Alvarez. While clarifying he's not predicting a one-sided fight, Ward said, "I'm not betting against Terence Crawford against anybody right now," adding that Crawford is the kind of fighter you could bet the house on. He acknowledged the big jump in weight and the risks involved, but stressed that until someone proves they can break Crawford's will, a feat he's never seen, he'll keep backing him.
I'm going with Terence Crawford. Big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you. It ain't no disrespect toward Canelo, but I've said this the last couple of years. I'm not betting against Terence Crawford against nobody right now. You got to show me that you can beat.
Dimitri Bivol, the WBA light heavyweight champion known for his technical skill, has spoken highly of Terence Crawford. In past interviews, he's called Crawford amazing and said young fighters should study him as a model for how to box. Ahead of Crawford's showdown with Canelo Alvarez, Bivol again praised him as one of his favorite fighters, pointing to his combination of size and elite skills, and making it clear he believes Crawford can win.
Let me ask you a couple of questions. Crawford, Spence. I know you watched the fight and you spoke about Crawford. How good is Crawford?
Crawford is amazing, not just good. He's amazing, and
he said the same thing about you.
Thank you, Terence. But I think he should be in the book for
is that good?
How to learn boxing.
Really,
he's a very good fighter. Yeah, I like to watch his fights.
Pound for pound, number one.
Yeah, probably he is now because he is undisputed champion in 2 weight classes.
It's crazy.
He's a great fighter. Yeah. To be honest, I didn't see, Crawford in real life. I don't know how big he is. But the size, when I came to boxing gym and my coach told me that one of the rules, it's like respect the weight classes, You should respect weight classes. But he has a very good skill. He's one of my favorite fighters, active fighters.